Guys, if you thought Barbell could not pull off another product launch this month, guess again. Let me introduce the toughest workout short ever made, the Adapt Short. This is built for people that demand performance. It has an abrasion-resistant fabric that has been tested through heavy barbell lifts, high-intensity rucks, and extreme outdoor environments. With zippered pockets, hidden inner pockets, and a built-in towel holder, these shorts make it easy to keep everything you need organized when you're on the move. With the 7-inch length, these shorts are stylish enough to wear all day, and they're so comfortable, you're not going to want to take them off when your training is done. Backed by a lifetime and size exchange guarantee. These are the last workout shorts you'll ever need. Barbell's gear is seriously durable. Pair the Adapt joggers with the Adapt shorts and your workout wardrobe is set. Go to barbellapparel.com to grab the brand new Adapt shorts or just click on the link below. Justin Gaethje is not going to be fighting for a title again. Is something you should probably be very careful when you say. There's a lot of times, and there's even a fun moment. It's done from our evil side, but we enjoy it nonetheless. We preface it, we want to act as though we don't enjoy it. And what I'm talking about is calling for a guy's retirement. And we call for his retirement, again, giving the biggest insult that we can think of, but we do it in a way that just makes it seem like we're a concerned viewer, maybe even fan. And we come out and we say, well, he's not going to be fighting for a title again, and he's in an organization that has nothing but champions and contenders. Once you prove you cannot be a champion or a contender, you are no longer with the organization. And Justin Gaethje, coming off a loss to a 45-pounder, and at 35 years old, won't be fighting for the belt again, and a lot of times, historically, you would have said enough. That would have been perfect. As a matter of fact, that same conversation is going on right now with Alex Volkanovski. 35 years old, coming off of a loss. Can he get the match with Poirier? If he could get the match, they would have given it to him already. If they could do that match, that would already be booked, and it wouldn't just be Poirier sitting front row at UFC 300. It would also be Volk on the opposite side. Cameo at some point thrown to each. A discussion by your announce team on each. Rest of the world waiting on the on sale date to buy tickets, and what's the location going to be? So, it's not as though coming off of a loss, particularly decisive, at 35 years old, offers a lot of examples where you could go on and fight for the championship. And if you can't fight for the championship, you can't win the championship. Now, don't try to correct me and tell me times through history where guys did win championships without fighting for them. I know. I was there. But right now you can't. Moving forward, you can't, at least not at 155 pounds. But the reason I keep telling you to be careful, the reason I will not come out and say those words is the example that I just gave you about Volkanovski, that's going to give you pause. That's going to make you think. But more than anything, the fact that Volkanovski hasn't been given to Poirier and that rematch isn't done might be because they like another option first, which is Max. It might be. And the reason that very few people are calling out to Poirier in the first place might be because he's already got his opponent. Now, whether that's Max or whether that is in fact Volkanovski or what kind of deal behind the scenes they've got worked out that will be revealed to us at a later time, it seems as though something seems to be in place enough that nobody... One thing you don't want to do in this sport is call somebody out and not get it. Now, you're much better to call somebody out and not get it than you are to not make the call in the first place, but I'm just sharing with you, when you're dealing with the top guys, the reason to know, can I get it, is so much is done behind the scenes. That when guys are being quiet and they're not speaking up, that's because somebody came whispering to them. They whispered and they caught wind of a secret, so they did nothing with it. But I can't tell you that if you get knocked out, you don't get a fight for the belt. I can't do that. Can't tell you if you're 35 years old and you get knocked out, you don't get a fight for the belt. I can't do that. Particularly when you were in a fight that was for a belt. I mean, the finest example that's playing out right now, right here, right now, is Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier was knocked out in a BMF title match by Justin Gaethje. Dustin Poirier had to get up. He had to go out there and he had to be willing to pass the torch, which is, I am a star, you are not. You're really good, I'm really good, but I'm popular good and you're observed and good. So that's what he had to do. What a risk to take on St. Denis. But he did it, and he won. Dustin Gaethje, I apologize, Dustin Poirier did not win a round. Okay, so he gets knocked out in a fight. They wake him up to put him in another fight where they wanted him specifically for geographical purposes with a business emphasis on selling tickets. All right. And he did not win a round, but he won a combination, and he also won the fight. And he is now signed to fight for the World Championship. So if you just look at Poirier and you look at what happened to Poirier, you can't then tell me that Justin Gaethje can't get back up and go forward and find himself in a world title fight. You just can't do that. It's going to take a minute. And Justin Gaethje has misses, right? Like, he has some stuff that he does so well that you could even put in a category of Justin Gaethje where it's only him. He does it better than anybody. But there is some misses. For example, calling for fights. He doesn't understand how many fans he has, you guys, that are going to back him up with whatever direction he gives you. He doesn't understand that. And therefore, he doesn't give you direction. He doesn't call for those fights. And I don't know for sure where he will go next, but I got a pretty good idea of where he's not going to go. I don't think that he's going to have to play with the same guys. I think Justin and Oliveira fighting each other somewhere down the way where a proper weight agreement is actually made and enforced was very likely. Now they're both coming off of losses. What a great time to put them together. Well, no, it's almost the wrong time to put them together because that would eliminate one, and they're both stars still. So if you can have these big stars, but they're ranked closer to 8, 9, 10, I mean, you're in a really sweet spot because there are not very many guys that are absolute needle movers that are not in the top 5. Justin Gaethje cannot come out and complain that Dustin Poirier is getting a spot. Well, why not? Dustin's going to fight for the world title, which is what Justin wanted to do. Oh, and by the way, Justin fought Dustin for that opportunity. Oh, and by the way, Justin beat Dustin. Why is Dustin getting the call? I understand there's an answer to that. But what I'm suggesting is when a guy that you had just beaten gets that opportunity, it isn't time for you to get pushed aside or for you to get forced to retire. I'll share something with you that has surprised me. I have never seen a fight. I have never seen a fight celebrated as much as this one after the fight. When the fight is over, the clips and the highlights and the conversations, I have just never seen a fight. And the only one I could compare it to is Forrest and Bonner, or it has this kind of accolades after the fact. But you know what? I have never seen a fight. I'm going to finish my sentence now. That is this much grander after it's done and a rematch not be called for. Nobody has even hinted at a rematch. Nobody's ever made the suggestion. In fact, it looks like the BMF is going to leave the division. It looks like the BMF is going to take that belt and some 45-pounders are going to be given an opportunity. So what do you do with Justin Gaethje? What does Justin Gaethje do from here? Well, he's in a really great position. I mean, just his last 2 fights. This last fight that he did is amongst the most coveted fights to ever take place. He was part of that. Doesn't happen without him. His previous fight was for the all-so-elusive BMF title against a guy who needs no introduction in Dustin Poirier. And Gaethje left him face down and with the belt. I mean, it looks as though everything is going so well for Justin Gaethje. Magical moments just keep happening all around Justin Gaethje. So why, when I wake up today, do I read a headline, and why is there somebody starting a narrative that this could be the end for Justin Gaethje? It looks to me like we're right in the middle of things. Justin Gaethje's performances, his style, his outcomes, the accolades after the fact seem to be right on track and very accustomed with the Justin Gaethje everybody loved in the first place.